Hi everyone, my name is Dick Wyn, and today I'm going to do a quick overview of the Hedley Bennett Wake Up and Fight mask. So the company Hedley Bennett is a culinary apparel company based off of Los Angeles, but like a lot of companies out there right now, Hedley Bennett have switched gears to create their very own reusable cloth mask, and they have aptly named it the Wake Up and Fight mask. The mask itself costs about $22, which is on the high side when comparing with other fabric face masks. They are currently being offered by various brands or companies, but for every face mask that is bought through their website, they will donate an identical mask to frontline workers. So that is a pretty nice and pretty generous gesture from their end. And as of recording this video, they have donated over 200,000 face masks to hospitals and healthcare workers. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Wake Up and Fight mask from Hedley Bennett. One thing to take note of is that I have an earlier version of this mask which doesn't have additional features like a larger fit/cut and the metal nose piece on the top of the mask. But essentially the one that I have here still functions the same way as the newer version that they are currently rolling out. So starting off here, as you can see, my mask has this black fabric, and when I bought this mask back in May, there wasn't really an option to choose what color fabric the mask would come in. So it was like a random lottery of what color of mask that I would get. But I'm actually pretty happy with this color that it came in with. Looking at the overall structure of this mask, it has a contour design in the front, and there in the top here, there is a big cup where my nose sits on. And towards the left of the mask here, you can see there is the Hedley Bennett ampersand logo on it. And if I turn to the back, there is a spot for me to put my name with the label saying "Worn loud and proud" by whoever is wearing this mask. So this is a pretty nice touch here. And in the back here is what I would call the heart and soul of the entire mask. This is the pocket where I can insert the filter into, and by adding a filter into this pocket, it will increase the mask's ability to filter out small particles. Just a quick reminder here that this or any other cloth mask out there with a filter is not a replacement for an N95 or surgical mask, but these kind of cloth masks with a filter is perfectly suited for this new normal world that we are currently living in. And for this mask, I'll be primarily wearing it through grocery stores or to the bank, where I'll continue to be socially distanced from others while wearing this mask. So I'm not really too worried about the inability of this mask to filter out more tinier particles like an N95 respirator can do. And the last part of the tour around the mask is this ear loop, which comes in this matching black elastic band. It is a little bit on the thin side, and I do question the durability of this elastic band on how long it will last after several months of use. But bottom line, this is pretty comfortable on my ears, and it looks to be stitched pretty nicely together to the fabric. And I would trust that the stitching all around this mask should be top-notch, as Hedley Bennett is a company that specializes in handmade culinary apparel after all. So next up, I'm going to talk about filters that you put into the mask. The filters are sold separately from the mask, and alongside the launch of the Wake Up and Fight mask, Hedley Bennett have partnered up with a company called Think Crucial to sell filters that will work with the mask. On their FAQ page, they do say that filters like vacuum or air purifier filters will work just fine to help filter out smaller particles that the cotton material just can't filter it through. So I ended up purchasing this 2-pack of melt-blown vacuum bags that I got from Think Crucial for about $18. Think Crucial has confirmed on their website that this vacuum bag does not contain any fiberglass, which is an extremely important thing to look out for, as you do not want to be inhaling fiberglass. That's not a very good thing to be doing. So before shooting the video, I actually went ahead and made some filters from this vacuum bag with the life-size template provided by Hedley Bennett here. It was really like a game of live Tetris, as I was trying to figure out the best way to cut out the filters so that I can get the most number of filters from each vacuum bag that I had. I ended up making a total of 27 filters from the 2 vacuum bags, and when I do the math on that, each filter for this mask costs about 60 cents. These filters are one-time use only, which are okay for me as I only go out once a week, so these filters will last me for quite a number of months. Lastly here, what I'm going to do is to show you how this fits and looks like on my face. So I'm going to wear this mask. I have a filter here that I cut out earlier from the vacuum bag, and the filters basically have several layers here to help filter out smaller particles. And when I want to use it, all I have to do is just to insert this in the pocket of the mask here. So I'm just gonna fit it inside. So now I'm gonna wear this mask with the filter on it. So as you can see, the mask fits pretty well on my face. It looks pretty nice. My nose here is properly covered, but there is one issue with the first generation mask. That is the side of the mask here, near my cheek, isn't properly closed. Like Hedley & Bennett does recommend to add some tape to create a proper seal on these two parts here. It might be a little ghetto, but it does work out. And you might be asking, why is it important to seal those two parts? Well, if these two parts aren't really properly covered, I'll actually be breathing through these two holes here rather than through the filter, which is not a very good thing, as you don't want to filter through any kind of air that you're breathing in. And by adding two pieces of tape on here, or any kind of like things to keep the sides here properly secured, I'll actually be breathing through the filter. So I'm going to demonstrate that a bit here. So if I were to breathe it through here, air just pass through here. But if I close it here, you'll see that this part here is more apparent that's actually breathing in through here. I don't know how well is that gonna be shown up in the video, but yeah, this needs to be taped on. But if you are buying the newer version that they're rolling out right now, they do have a metal tab on the nose piece, which will help alleviate that issue there. So that is all for today's video of this overview of the Hedley & Bennett Wake Up and Fight mask, and I hope you enjoyed and found it at least useful or interesting. I'll be leaving links to purchasing the Hedley & Bennett face mask as well as the filters down in the description box below, so feel free to check that out if you're interested in buying one. And while you're down there, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, everyone stay safe, stay at home if you go out, do wear a mask, and I will catch you in the next video.